You are not man enough to handle my past. Those 9 words did not just end a relationship. They completely incinerated a future. It was a quiet Sunday morning. The rich smell of coffee and sizzling bacon filled our apartment, carrying the peaceful scent of our weekly ritual. I was standing at the stove, gently flipping pancakes, completely content with the simple domestic rhythm of our life. Sarah was curled on the couch. The bluish glow of her phone lit her face as her thumb scrolled in endless, mechanical motion. For weeks, there had been a subtle, creeping coldness, a stiffness when I touched her back. I had foolishly written it off as mere work stress. Then, she dropped the invitation. Her friend was hosting a birthday party at the Vanguard next Saturday. I grimaced. The Vanguard was a pretentious, overpriced club where a bottle of water cost $15. I softly suggested meeting them for drinks afterward to protect our savings. That word again, she said, her voice dropping all its warmth. Practical. Smart. You say them like curses. She looked up at me. Is that all you are? A spreadsheet with a pulse. The attack was incredibly sudden. It was venomous. God, you're so safe, she laughed, the sound bitter and sharp. It's suffocating. You play life on the easiest setting. You have no edge, no fire. I felt my own anger rise. This was no longer about a party. This was about my entire identity. What kind of edge do you want? I asked, my voice rising. Should I rob a bank? Get into a bar fight? She looked at me with pure, undiluted contempt. It was the look you give a bug found at the bottom of your salad. A real man has experience, she said, her voice low, cold, and precise. He has stories. You're not man enough to handle my sexual past. The words detonated. The cozy Sunday morning shattered into a million silent, screaming pieces. She saw my silence and mistook it for defeat. A smug, ugly smile twisted her lips. She leaned forward, eager to twist the knife now that she knew she had found her mark. There were 47 of them, Alex. 47. She said the number with pride like a high score. It was like looking into the deepest, darkest abyss. Some secrets are meant to stay buried, but she wanted to drag her creature up from the bottom of the Mariana Trench just to watch me drown. I had adventures you can't even imagine, she sneered, with men who had real danger. And you're just this. She gestured at the apartment, the pancakes, my entire existence. I was her placeholder, her safe harbor after a storm of 47 adventures. A cold clarity settled over me. It bypassed my nerves and became a simple truth. It was over. Without saying a word, I stood up and walked away from the table. I walked into the bedroom. I pulled my old green duffel bag down from the top shelf of the closet. I began to pack. No rushing. No drama. This was an exhumation. I took my jeans, my shirts, my suits. I left the tie she bought me because she said it made me look like a librarian. I was deciding which artifacts of my life were truly mine. I went to the bathroom and took my razor and toothbrush. I was erasing my presence, molecule by molecule. She stood in the doorway. Her smugness was gone, replaced by a confused panic. Alex, what are you doing? I didn't answer. My silence was a concrete wall. Are you seriously that insecure? She yelled. It's just a number. You're being a pathetic little boy. The insults had no weight. They were just empty noise. I zipped the bag. The sharp rasp of the zipper was my only response. I walked past her. She flinched as my shoulder brushed hers. I opened the front door. Behind me, her voice went shrill. Fine. Walk away, you coward. You were never enough anyway. The door clicked shut. It was the loudest, most definitive sound of my life. For the first few days, I crashed on my friend's couch. The number 47 looped in my head. Not as pain, but as a puzzle. What kind of person uses their past as a weapon? I blocked her number and all her social media. It was not anger. It was surgery. A few days later, a text arrived from an unknown number. Alex, I'm sorry. I was mad. You're overreacting. Can we talk? Overreacting. She was still trying to write the script. I deleted it. Then came the voicemail on my office line. Your insecurity is what's pathetic, Alex. A secure man would be proud I chose him. Call me back. The blade was dull now. I could hear the desperation cracking through her voice. 2 weeks in, the tone shifted completely. The love bombing began. Alex, I'm going crazy. I miss you. Those guys meant nothing. You're the only one I love. It was a jarring pivot. The past she bragged about was suddenly a nothing I was supposed to ignore. I didn't reply. I rebuilt my life. I hit the gym, turning anger into sweat. I took on massive projects at work. I spent time with real, quiet friends. 1 month later, she ambushed me at a coffee shop near my office. She looked diminished. Her hair was messy, her clothes thrown on. The sharp beauty she used as a weapon was gone. Alex, please, she whispered, sitting opposite me. I can't eat. I can't sleep. I was trying to seem cool. I ruined everything. She was crying. It was a performance designed to make me her caretaker again. I looked at her with zero expression. Noted. My flat tone shocked her. Her tears instantly dried, and her face hardened. So that's it, she hissed, the venom returning. You're throwing away 2 years over one fight? You really are cold. There it was, the real her. When the tears failed, the serpent returned. I stood up and gathered my things. I looked down at the woman who used to be my world, and for the first time I smiled. A faint, pitying smile. Goodbye, Sarah. I walked out into the afternoon sun. A few weeks later, I had to arrange the transfer of my remaining mail. I sent a single, neutral text with a post office box address, then blocked her again. Within a minute, my phone rang from another unknown number. I answered it. I knew this was the final ghost to bury. You win, she sobbed. Her voice was raw. I'm nothing without you. Those 47 guys, they were nobody. They used me, and I let them because I wanted to feel powerful. It just made me empty. I let the silence hang. Tell me what to do, she begged. I'll go to therapy. Just don't leave me in this silence. I listened to the entire collapse. There was no joy in it. Just noise. Sarah, I said quietly. My voice was calm, like a librarian announcing closing time. This isn't about winning. It's about cause and effect. What does that mean? She whispered. The problem was never the number, I said. It was the weapon. You used your past like a knife. And you're shocked I didn't stay to keep getting stabbed. I didn't mean it like that. It doesn't matter what you meant, I interrupted. It only matters what you did. You call it insecurity. I call it self-respect. She was quiet. The truth was too heavy. I've built a life now where you are completely irrelevant. I hung up the phone. I didn't need to block her again. The connection was permanently severed. I looked out my office window as the city lights began to glow. Down on the street, a woman named Elena was walking toward my building, smiling up at my window. I smiled back. I went down to open the door, leaving the ghost of Sarah and her 47 specters exactly where they belonged. In the cold, dark past.